One of my last injuries on May 19th of 2005, I re-injured my back. Dr. Ellis was in the process of moving. He put his life on hold, drove 250 miles to Amarillo, Texas. He testified first at my arbitration. The arbitrator ruled make whole remedy, all back pay, all retirement benefits, all annual, all plus interest on my back pay and everything else. And it was because Dr. Ellis knew the federal law. I'm Charles Gregory. I live in Childress, Texas. I worked at the post office in Amarillo, Texas from October of 1985 through April of 2011. I was active in the union back in Amarillo, Texas the last 10 years. I was the clerk craft director. Whenever I was injured at the Postal Service, it usually encompassed a trip to the emergency room. They would give you a referral. I was told by numerous doctors there in Amarillo, too much paperwork. They would not get paid. When they did, it was slow pay or no pay. So there were delays in every aspect of it. So from the time you were injured, they put you off usually at the emergency room for 3 days, and you were going to go see a doctor that they referred you to. They would not treat you because by then the claim was denied or slow pay, no pay or something. So usually we're only left with return back to work probably sooner than necessary, which subsequently aggravated that injury and made it worse. Heaven forbid, if you already got some anxiety or depression, it skyrockets due to lost wages, being injured, family problems, etc., etc. One of my last injuries on May 19th of 2005, I re-injured my back. I was put off for 2 weeks, temporary totally disabled, waiting on approval from OWCP to get an MRI. Went to pick up my daughters for Father's Day. I had no money, no groceries. My former spouse had bought some groceries for me to carry home with me to feed my children. Unknown to me, the postal inspectors had been following me and filmed me loading some groceries in the back of my pickup. But long after that and stuff, I was back at work and stuff and was issued a letter of removal. They said that I was violating my restrictions during the time of period I was TTD. Basically, TTD is I could not perform the duties of the job I was in. That TTD stands for temporary totally disabled. The Postal Service has in their mind, if you're TTD, you're bedfast. Of course, I filed a grievance, an EEO, and everything I could. MSPB, Postal Service doctors were bringing in their contract doctor to testify about the video that indeed if I was hurt, how could I pick up a sack of groceries, something as simple as that, which didn't probably weigh 10 pounds. Before my arbitration date, national arbitration held there in Amarillo, Texas, I contacted Dr. Ellis's office. Dr. Ellis was in the process of moving. The most humbling part of it to me is before my arbitration date, he put his life on hold, drove 250 miles to Amarillo, Texas. He testified first at my arbitration. Dr. Ellis not only knew the law, he knew federal law. As we all know in this day and time, if you're ever injured, they're trying to get rid of you, so they probably would have found some way to fire me because I was not able to do the core duties of my assignment as a 2 or 3 mail processing clerk. The arbitrator ruled make whole remedy, all back pay, all retirement benefits, all annual, all plus interest on my back pay and everything else. He is the leading expert in the world on OWCP federal law issues. He's an expert in Social Security disability. He is an expert with the Office of Personnel Management, OPM, under FERS, Federal Employees Retirement System disability. The best advice I have for anybody, if you're having any problems with federal workers' comp, issues with Office of Personnel Management on your disability retirement, on Social Security disability, please stop kicking the can on down the road. pick up the phone, call them at 405-917-5336. I know that number by heart.